with disability, the protocol to the African Charter on human rights and people rights, on the rights of persons with disabilities in Africa, and other relevant regional and international human rights instruments. That's why I said in this country called Gambia, people should be treated with dignity. They should not be tortured. They should not be treated badly. This is what I'm saying. And I make reference to the young man who was thrown into the vehicle. I'm in line. I'm in line. I'm in line. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. To go further, Honorable Speaker, I will wrap up. Honorable Speaker, the advices, if you look at the resolution, resolve as advises African parliaments to take measures to compel their respective governments to maintain comprehensive and up-to-date case logs for court and corruption investigation. Gambia is vulnerable to this. Our courts are full of cases. So what do we need to do? Parliament needs to put pressure to decongest the cases at the court. And the report, even this parliament, there are a lot of reports that come before us. The auditors report, we need to make sure that they are implemented. This is what you cannot be part of Commonwealth. You don't want to respect these ideals. You either be out or you be in, or you follow the principles. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, page 3, the 9th bulleted point, he said, encourages African government to designate specific economic zones and vocationalized training hubs to support industrial growth and to foster collaboration with the private sector academia. I think here our government is in the right step. They are taking a giant move to establish the training facility that we have in Demban and the Tibet Center that has been created, and transforming GTTI and other institutions. I think this part, Gambia government, we should say kudos to them. Me, I will say kudos when it is necessary. I will make an alarm when you make wrong. Honorable Speaker, I want to wrap up, but there are very important points. 13, urges African government to authorize sovereign green bonds and establish a statutory climate adaptation fund under parliamentary oversight, ensuring that resources are ring-fenced to guarantee consistent and reliable financing for climate adaptation projects. Honorable Speaker, climate change is real, and there are a lot of international calls to climate adaptation. I wish Gambia shouldn't be left behind. And we should not wait and say we are not the greatest emitters, so we are not responsible for contributing to the greenhouse effect or whatsoever it is. Gambia also need to have a budget line where we will also intervene, you understand, to make our environment green and we protect our society. And the people who are championing the cause, we need to inform our farmers what are the benefits on carbon credit. How can they access this fund? So I think the Ministry of Environment and the Environment Committee in the Parliament should work closely to see that we have strong policies on carbon credit. How are we going to ensure that the farmers who are growing trees in their communities, they get benefit? Let us not only depend on growing crops like trees, like groundnut or kus, but let the farmers also learn to create their own forests. This forest can also contribute in mitigating climate change or greenhouse effect. Honorable Speaker, I believe the Parliament, the committee will work with the Ministry of Environment. We start work. All the countries are going. If you go to Ethiopia, they have planted almost 48 million trees, the government of Ethiopia. If you go to Kenya, they have millions. So Gambia government, what are we doing? We need to graduate from so-called tree planting to tree growing. Whenever we plant a tree, we make sure the tree grows. Not to call in the name of tree planting, we go, we eat bennekin. At the end of the day, animals will come and eat these trees. So we need to ensure that they are protected. Honorable Speaker, I have to thank Honorable Fatmata Jawara for chairing the gender part of the meeting, because this shows that women need to be involved in any critical decision that we make as a country. And our parliamentarians, we have women who are championing that cause. So, but I want to tell them that they are not only in this, we have also heroes, he foresees in this house that they also need to consider and they work hand in glove. The cause that women are fighting is not only for women, it's for all of us. So the world is moving. Let the Gambia government be serious in championing the cause of women. If you look at the parliament, the number of women representation in the parliament is very low compared to other countries. So it's high time political parties take affirmative action or to make sure that they apply the quota system to ensure that women are given the opportunity to lead, not only to use them during political campaign to be dancing or cooking for them. Thank you very much.
Member for Bundunga Kunda, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. Honorable Speaker, I also want to join my colleagues to congratulate the National Assembly of the Gambia for hosting this important session of the 54th Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, Africa Region. I think this is very important, and it's through this session the Honorable Speaker was elected. So we'll use the opportunity to congratulate him, and equally to congratulate and thank all the participants under the leadership of the Honorable Member for Sabasanjal. Basically, he did very well. Even myself, I was told personally by some few participants the level of the effort he has done and the arrangement. And to our protocol team, they did very well. And because to organize such a gathering like this, I think is something that is very huge. So it needs energy and effort. But at the end of the day, the credit goes to the people of the Gambia, because at the end of the day, we are all representative of the people, and the National Assembly of the Gambia decided to host this important seminar. So meaning the Gambian people, we must have to congratulate them and thank them. And equally, now we have the chairmanship. I think it's possible, it's necessary for us to at least try to look at the resolutions to ensure that based on our leadership, to ensure that we implement these resolutions. And one of the key phrases that really inspired me was the lasting legacy and call for self-reliance. The Banjul Conference left a strong message. Honorable Speaker, Africa's solution must be African-led. Through democratic governance, sound policies, and resilience building, parliaments can transform changes into opportunities. I think this is very important. So when we take it to at the level of Africa, now we take it to the level of the Gambia. Whatever policy or whatever we are going to do, it has to be people-centered. That's what they mean. And when we do that, we will definitely have what we want, and we'll be easily represent our people based on their well-being and their welfare. So on that note, definitely, we want to thank everybody, all the participants, the staff who participated in the hosting of this seminar or session for for the wonderful work they've done, and equally also to thank the president for attending the opening ceremony, because normally such parliamentary meetings or sessions is always very hard to see a president, a head of state coming. Mostly the vice president will come or ministers. But hence, we have our president. We must thank him for at least coming to grace this important occasion, to also put the Gambia at the spotlight of the whole world, to at least show to them that at least the executive and the legislature, they are together in terms of the interest of the Gambian people. So on that note, Honorable Speaker, I beg you.
I now call on the mover to respond to issues and when of the debate.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Just few more things that have been One is from the honorable member for Puni Berefet. He asked, what does CPA have for women of Africa, especially those who want to participate in politics? It's similar to the question that was posed by the honorable nominated member. So to fast track, I will just put the two together and then give them an answer to that. Honorable Maimuna Sise also, CPA have, what does CPA have for women in leadership? My answer to that is the CWP, there is what you call Commonwealth Parliamentary Network, hosted a workshop on parliamentary responses to GBV in Nigeria, that is gender-based violence in Nigeria. And most of the time they host these events across the region, and I will encourage them to sign into those networks so that they can get updates of what is happening in CWP. Also, the network, there is what you call the CWP Gender Strengthening Fund, which is about 90,000 pounds. It is specifically there available to assist in the efforts to undertake projects and events aligned with the CWP's mission, that is the Commonwealth Parliamentarians mission. So all what you need to do is to have a women caucus, look for a chair, and then sign into the network, develop projects, and then try to get access to this fund because it's readily available. 90,000 pounds every year is there for Commonwealth women parliamentarians. Honorable Saho also encouraged members to make best use of the Commonwealth Association since Gambia was out of the Commonwealth, and he thanked the new democracy that we are, which led us to come back to the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association. Honorable Suleiman Jammeh also, thank you very much for congratulating our Honorable Speaker for the new leadership, and also the President of the Republic of the Gambia. Actually, I've been attending conferences on CPA, but like you said, for the first time that we have a head of state attending such an opening ceremony. So it was a plus for Gambia that our president really attended and gave us such a wonderful remark. He also urges us parliamentarians to look at the resolution and also rely on the chairmanship to make sure that we perform well as far as these resolutions are concerned, because come the next 55th CPA conference, we will have to report back as far as these resolutions are concerned. I think those are some of the questions that were asked, and I thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me them.
Thank you. It has been moved, honorable members, be it resolved that this Honorable Assembly do adopt a report of the proceedings of the 54th Commonwealth Parliamentary Association Africa Region Conference from the 10th to 16th August 2025 in Banjul, The Gambia. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Thank you. Clerk, we may proceed.
Thank you. Laying of papers and reports continues. Finance and Public Accounts Committee updates on the National Assembly resolutions of 29 September 2022, 14 September 2023, and 18 September 2023 by the Vice Chairperson of the committee.
Yes, Chair. Member for Opasalo.
Another Kambi. Okay. Thank you very much, Speaker. Now, this is the latest updates we have on the resolutions that were passed here for the past 2 years. And I will start. By the way, the reports actually have been distributed and they are in your pinhole. I'm not sure if you've taken them. So the first one is the thing dealing with impress. If you recall, there were several issues dealing with the impress, and the FPAC instructed the Accountant General to start deducting those that are in government payroll and also to follow orders. Now, here's the breakdown. The fully retired impress with evidence is about 11 million.
Chairman, I hope you will summarize.
Okay.
I said, I hope you will summarize.
Well, I have to go point by point because the resolution was by point. So I don't know. This one you cannot summarize. It's not an essay. I'm reading point by point. So I don't know. Yeah, are you going somewhere or? Are we okay?
Members were given the report to read.
No, in fact,
It's
I'm
too
just
bulky.
giving you guys an update where we are. So I'm not sure
It's
what.
too bulky. Members were given the report to read. If you want to read every line on this, you will spend the night here.
Okay, so what are you suggesting? This is just an update. Exactly. Exactly, yeah. So I don't know. Exactly. Yes.